Our Spanish football expert, Guillem Balague.
The man who broke the story, Guillem Balague.
Internationally acclaimed sports journalist.
Welcome to Biggleswade United. This is what we call the Hall of Fame, because as you can see there is pictures of a lot of good friends who have shown the shirt to the camera. This is actually tells me the story of my last year and a half, because every picture has been taken by me, and it has been down to a trip I've done. I've been to see somebody, and after 10 minutes of listening to them, I would then go and say, by the way, can I tell you about Biggleswade United? I mean, within 10 seconds they'll say, great. And then I say, all right, well, hold the shirt now. So that means I got Maradona, of course, and he signed the shirt as well. It was the only shirt he signed. He had like 100 Argentina shirts and only signed the Biggleswade United one. It was in Jordan in a public conversation that we had with audience. Gareth Bale, of course, Koke, one of my favorite players, Mendieta, who's absolutely brilliant friend, and you know, it keeps going. Xabi Alonso. I went to Munich recently because I'm trying to do a documentary for Sky Sports on Pep Guardiola. So I sat down, Carlos Puyol and Raúl. That was only last week, and it was a conversation between both of them about, you know, what it is to be the captain of Barcelona, the captain of Spain, the captain of Real Madrid, and then I told them about Biggleswade United, and I said, do you want to be coaches? Because if you do, you've got an offer here. And they said, not now, but in 4 or 5 years, we'll have that in mind. I said, who will be number 1 and number 2? They just didn't agree on that, so we'll have to see. But Kun Agüero, of course, Reyes, Ander Herrera for the Manchester United fans, a legend, Michael Laudrup. And these are recent ones. These have been put today, actually, with Stig McManaman, Quique Sanchez-Flores. In that trip to Munich, we spoke to Robert Lewandowski, Daniel Vez, and I went to Xavi, and he loves the club, he loves the idea, he loves what we're trying to do. He's a football man, and this was not 10-second conversation. This was 2-hour conversation about Biggleswade United and everything else related to English football. He loved all that, and of course Fabio Capello, who's another legend. Anyway, that's the Hall of Fame. This is where the directors sit during the game, so we'll put a little bit of food at halftime, and then at the end some tea and cakes. So come on, there's also of course the Biggleswade United Chronicle. They look after us big time, so they have the chronicle of the game, of the previous game. Hadley, we beat Hadley, difficult game, and by a fantastic goal by Charlie Joy. My column, where for those of you that are interested in that kind of thing, it is my message to the players, to the fans, to the directors, to our sponsors, my way of saying this is what's happening, this is what we want to do. Come and join us in the ride. Same as I'm saying to you, come over. So this side is where the rival team will sit down before the game and of course after, with the food that we have provided. The bar over there. As you can see, there's a little bit of buzz going on already, even though there's still an hour and a half before the game. The players are getting to the changing rooms. This is where they will get their food. And hello, Frank Constancio, director of the academy, and one of the brains of the club, big brain. We're going to get into the pitch. Before we do that, look at all this. This is, of course, the car park. But where Davis, all right, he will be taking the cars wherever they have to park, but from where he is to the fence at the end, and both fences in each side, that's going to be transformed into a football pitch, a pitch for the kids, for the children, for the under-7s, for the under-10s, and we have lights already. We're going to put some more lights, so come over in about 3 months' time after the summer, and it will look completely different, same as this. Now this we have to get rid of, because you look at it and it's like, ooh, doesn't look like anything really. There's a lot of stuff inside, but these containers will be moved, and we're going to put a little house here, which will be a bit of an office for the secretary. Some of the coaches need space as well, so we'll do all that. As I say, there's going to be a busy summer, so I started in October 2014 the first few months were really about seeing what was going on, and then really started making decisions and changing things last summer. So this is our first full season, and the important thing is that you see some changes in the way we play, but you're also going to see changes, physical changes in the way this looks like. Still a long way to where we want to take it, but we are getting there. And as you can see, before the players come onto the pitch, everything is ready for the warming up. One over there and over here. Now, the key to this club is coaching. I am convinced that to actually improve as a player, as a club of course, as a team, you have to coach well. So we are the only team in the competition that coaches 3 times a week. So imagine the commitment of the players. It's 3 times, I don't know if they made this calculation, 3 times training plus 1 game is 4 days a week. And the assistance has been amazing. Over 70% during the season. So that's, we've taken completely aback by the whole thing. We're so grateful to them and for the time they've given us. But you also see the consequences of that. They're fitter, the team plays really well, and we expect today to give you a game and a victory. So keep an eye on us.
Summer Heath goal scorer Jamie Eames.
Well, I'm Christian Colas, head coach of first team of Biggleswade United. I'm a UEFA Pro license, and I was working in Finland, and now I'm working here. Before then, in Spain also, and nothing else. The team performed, but we were running too much without criteria. Normally our plan is to run less or know when and where to run. We were a little bit non-comfortable in possession. Normally this is a team that we've got our identities in possession. We defense with the ball in possession also, and also pressing high and being aggressive. Today the team was playing in 70 meters. We were so far from the back line to the front line. It was a lot of space, much space between them. It struggled when we have got the possession because the pass lines were not easy, and also it was helpful for the opponent just to press us in first half. At least we are a team that works, trying to get overloads on sides or something like that. Then sometimes we have got chances, not making our game as normally we want or as we planned. I think that the draw it's completely deserved. We didn't deserve to win today because second half was really flat for us, and we were not knowing how to play with ball also, and our behavior we thought, if we haven't got the control like we hadn't got, was not neither in the same way. Then it's like well, not the best, but the players are always performing. They are always running, working. What I want is just to adjust when you need to work and how you need to work is the most important. Well, in media, it is my first year here. Also, it's my first season. In media situation, it's like well, he's a monster. It's a media monster. Then I didn't met him before. Then when I arrived and I check the media department, the business department, the marketing department in an only club like this, it was not in this level without Guillem here. We need to know, and that's right. In sports side, he's a good director of football because he's allowing us to work in the way that we want. We have got the same areas. We've got common areas. Then it's easy to work with him next to also. Updating him when he's not here, like today, I need to update what happened and why and all these things. But then he's happy with our work, and I'm happy how he's working and helping us also. Future plans in sports side. Just club is growing up, like I said, in media situation, in marketing situation, in business department. We need to grow up in sports side also, and to grow up in sports side is to get performance and get promoted. There's no other chance.
Got my best side.
Yeah, you're brilliant.
I've been club secretary here since 1983, so I think I'm just about 33 years. Yeah, started as tea lady, and then took on more and more roles. So that's how it generally pans out for club secretary. People have seen that because of our profile has increased and what we're trying to do, and do it in the right way, people actually want to be aligned with a club like that, in that we've got players who aren't paid anything, they put in their own time, their own commitments, and so people like to see that within a club, rather than that you get, players turn up, take their wages and off they go, and that goes up the levels. There doesn't seem to be that engagement of the players anymore. The players will come in, have something to eat, mix with the supporters, and it's building that kind of family and community atmosphere that it is, and I think non-league football is starting to get that more than any of the other clubs, because supporters can feel closer to what's actually happening in a club. At the moment, I think a lot of them feel very divorced from it and not empowered by it, not engaged. And when you get, he goes around with a Biggleswade United football shirt, whereas he used to have to go up to the players and say, do you want to be photographed? Now they come to him and say, can I have a picture taken with a bit, and you never, and even Idris Elba, the actor, has had his photograph taken with the Biggleswade United shirt. So it just builds it up, And we'd like to think that that's what other clubs could do. If you just got a full professional footballer involved in the club, they can do so much for your club as an ambassador. And I don't know why that doesn't actually happen. That's how professional footballers could actually give something back to non-league football. Spanish coaches' influence has had a lot to bear on that. Again, it's training 3 times a week, and it's all with the football. Whereas a lot of sides, it's all about shuttles and on a wet pitch and things like that. Whereas from pre-season, the first day of pre-season, it's all been about football. you know, playing the ball around and building their bodies to play football rather than building their bodies to run around, you know, a football pitch like lunatics on a Saturday. So yeah, it has been a big influence on the way we've played, and the success. It took time for that to kind of sink in. We started poorly. We weren't getting the results, but slowly it started to build, and now the players just feel more comfortable on the ball, comfortable with each other, you know, playing the ball to someone without having to think going to lose it, and so that's built up a lot.
My name's Peter Dean. I'm president, or since the Spanish have been presidential. I've been here a lot of years. I don't know many years. I started as manager here, and then I became chairman. And then they swayed me to become president. So that's how I'm here at the time. It's been a lot of years, but I'm enjoying it. Oh, we're moving forward tremendously. You know, it's just gone from, well, it's fantastic the way it's gone. It was frightening at the time, but to see the movement has been fantastic, and I'm ever so pleased. Yeah.